Welcome to Demon Tales. You met them in nightmares. Now meet them here.
You must subscribe to us! Don't forget to click the bell icon, otherwise you will not survive!
Demon Tales. Voodoo. The witch they caught, but the soul escaped.
She doesn't steal life, she steals you. She walks away wearing what she stole. He collapses, the weight of her curse burning through him. She feeds, and the world bends to her.
Deep in the haunted forest of Nigeria resides a wicked energy that makes young men age rapidly, their blood drawn from their bodies and skin wrinkled like it's been crushed under a stone, watching them die a slow, agonizing death that keeps her face young. The drums beats outside. Ashy smokes rises from around the house as if the even is coming alive. A creepy yet satisfying smile stretches across her bloody face. Eyes shined bright red like burning coals. She kneeled inside the ritualistic circle, candles all around the circle, arms widely spread like the wings of an eagle before striking on the prey. She picked up the voodoo doll, pricked with several pins and covered in blood. She struck it with the final pin direct into the throat, and the dying man exhaled his final breath, trembling with pain. And before anyone suspects her, the black, beautiful, long-haired woman with eyes that seduces men and even women, she was gone, just like the 100 times before, vanished without a trace. She knew she cannot live forever, unless she kept feeding. Blair, that was her name. A black woman who had fled to an urban area and now living in a rented house in a respected neighborhood. She is admired for gaze, her long black hair. Men lusts over her, and even women are attracted to her. They often offer her flowers and gifts. Many ladies invite her to their house, offering food and many other things. But she rejects politely, as she do not want them to know the truth behind her smile and her gaze. Many neighbors find her strange, but elegant.
You know, you were the nicest of them all.
A witchy, creepy laugh ruptured the haunting atmosphere of the terrorizing room.
I am sad you have to go so soon.
Blair hangs the picture of Henry, the last man she married and killed, along with the several other man pictures on the wall.
So long it has been, Ken, that I have fed
The
on
face is the mirror on the wall with the seductive gaze touching her face and tapping on the lips.
Let's find the new prey,
She said in an eerie yet determined voice. John, a new delivery boy, broke but determined, crushes under family's responsibilities, had taken this job and is now sent to deliver the packages into the same urban area, not knowing about the terrors ahead. The room was quiet as always, filled with darkness, smokes, and tons of candles that always flicker but won't budge. Blair was sitting inside the ritualistic circle when the doorbell rang. She stopped for a moment, and a creepy smile stretched through her face, like she's got what she was waiting for. She got up, peeked through the door hole, and there it was, John, a tall, young, handsome man. Blair knew that the time has come. She opened the door, looked at him with the most seductive gaze.
Hello, ma'am.
John was mesmerized by her beauty, stuttered. Their eyes locked. John's heart was racing with excitement, like he had seen an angel, but didn't know his countdown has begun. Blair still maintaining the eye contact. Blair asks again with the same innocent voices, still locking eyes with him. John gasped and quickly came to his senses.
I have a delivery for this address. Are you sure this is the right place?
You are exactly where you are meant
It
to be.
is, Blair said, and watched him from head to toe, like examining him.
Are you all right?
She asked him in a soft voice.
Yes, I'm.
hardly managed to keep himself sane.
Thank you for the package.
Blair took the package and hands him the money when all of a sudden their fingers brushed. John, who had never touched a woman before, felt goosebumps all over his body. Would you mind coming inside? Let's have some tea. Blair finally struck the last nail to trap him. John, who hadn't recovered from a warm touch, was still high. No, thank you. He tried to reject politely, but inside he was willing to go. I insist, Blair said. Sure, he scoffed, and get inside. They went inside the house, and he noticed a strange, sweet smell in the house. Old artifacts and statues at every corner of the house. Please wait here. Blair offered him chair and went to kitchen, smiling as her first task was accomplished.
She poured the tea in the cups and took out a little black bottle, a strong, evil love potion, and poured 2 drops from it in his cup, smiling with her eyes as she was getting closer to her goal. She took the tray from the kitchen and came where John was. Here, she picked up the cup and offered him, and their eyes locked again for a moment. John felt the time had stopped. He looked closely at her and got lost in her eyes again. Blair knew this exact moment that her plan is working, secretly pulled out some of his hair. She turned back and sit right in front of him, maintaining the eye contact. John took a sip of tea and was instantly moved by its taste.
Really It's my grandma's recipe. I learned everything from her.
Do you live alone? John was curious to know this woman.
My husband died a few years ago, so I left my village.
John, feeling deeply devoted to her story, tried to console her. Don't worry, you have people here. You have me. Stunned at his own words, he instantly regretted it. Blair smiled devilishly inside.
Thank you, John. You are very kind.
John got up to leave. Blair came to the door to see him off. John felt a little dizzy but happy. Blair closed the door and laughed hysterically. The house echoed by her witchy laugh, knowing well she had trapped her prey. That moment, something old awakened in her veins, whispering the youth must be paid in blood.
John had the best experience of his life till date. He can't stop thinking about her, but didn't know what was going to happen.
John lay in his bed trying to sleep when all of a sudden he feels his chest tightening, like some is sitting on him, choking him. He stood up, trying to understand what is happening. His lamp starts to flicker, and he saw a shadow of someone coming towards him with a strange smell he knew but couldn't remember. The lamp suddenly goes off, and the tightening worsened. What's happening? John panics and got on his knees in pain. Tried to stand up, but the pain only got worse.
Yes, my prey, come to me. Feed me!
Blair, with her burning coal eyes sitting in the ritualistic circle, put the plucked hairs onto the voodoo doll and pressed its chest really hard. The room was hauntingly dark, and only one candle was lightened. Winds were blowing hard outside the house, as if something ancient had just stirred from its sleep. John, still in the pain, lying on the floor, his mouth shut. He tried to speak, but couldn't utter a word. All of a sudden, the pain stopped, and he felt the right lifting off. He coughed really hard and passed out. John slowly opened his eyes, found himself lying on the floor, puzzled how he got there and not remembering a thing from last night. He got up and went to the bathroom, and while brushing his teeth, he noticed some gray hairs in his hair. He touched it to see if he really had it, and he was too stunned to speak. "How's this?" he murmured, because he always had black hair. He was young. How could he have gray hair? He left the house in confusion, but knocked it off. The same day, he goes to deliver some stuff in the neighborhood where Blair lived. He was going back when suddenly he went straight to her home, not knowing why, but felt a strong pull towards her. He reached there and rang the bell. Blair smiled instantly, knowing who it was. She opened the door with her same seductive smile and lure him in. "Good, now I needed help with some stuff," she said, full of joy. John jumped in to help her, and Blair offered him the tea again, now with a few more drops of the evil love potion. John started feeling dizzy. She approached him slowly and put her hand in his chest. John's heart forgot to beat. Blair magics began to work. She whispered something into his ear and put a knife in John's hand. He cut himself on the palm, not feeling any pain. Blair collected the drops of blood in a bottle and licked the tip of the knife, feeling power and youth entering her body. John passed out there, and when he woke up, he was at his home, confused, panicked. This kept going on for a few days, and John's body kept getting worsened. His hair and hair were rapidly turning gray. Pain in the joints, chest so tightened it made his skin crawl. John went to many doctors, but no one was certain what was happening to him. His health declined at a dangerous level. Blair kept getting youthful, gaining her beauty back, getting admired by people. But little did they know, this beauty was feeding off someone's youth. This morning, John was getting ready when he felt a sharp tickle in his throat. He coughed, but the pain increased. He gasped for air, and it finally came out. A metal pin twisted in his blood and flesh. John was terrified. While he was in shock, his 2 teeth fall out. What's happening to me?
How's this possible?
He rushed to the bathroom and saw extreme dark circles around his eyes. He was losing his mind. He turned into an old man while being in his 20s. His manager, Rachel, saw him and was horrified. "What's the matter, John? You look sick." She was worried.
Nothing, Jay. Just under the weather.
He tried to laugh it off, but knew there was some serious problem.
Seems like you are under a spell.
Spell?
John's eyes widened. He started connecting the dots, and there, in that exact moment, he understood what was happening. And his jaw tightened with anger.
This night was the final straw. Tonight, Blair was going to make the ultimate sacrifice, to kill John and gain the highest power and to vanish before anyone can find it. She began her ritual. The house was creepier than ever, candles flickering with large flames, the circle larger than ever with ancient symbols and blood in bowls at every corner. Inside, a fire was burning, and resting beside was a voodoo doll. Blair's face was covered in blood. She started changing loudly, repeatedly. She picked up the voodoo doll and was about to throw it in the fire when she heard the police sirens. Her face went red with anger. The candles immediately snuffed out, plunging the room into darkness. She started chanting and growling, creepy as hell, and loud enough to be heard outside. Suddenly, police entered her house and pulled her from the ritualistic circle. She screamed.
I have to do it! It's the final spell!
Screamed like crazy. John reached there, watching her get caught. As the police pulled her, the house began shaking violently. Ancient spells and voices were echoing. "He's coming, my master! He heard me!" Blair's laughed hysterically, and it was heard all across the neighborhood. All of these neighbors were at her door, terrified of the woman they once admired. The police took her out. "Leave me! I'll curse you all, like I did before!" She cried loudly, and then, all of a sudden, she ages rapidly. Her skin wrinkled, her face rotten, and her body caught fire, but she was still laughing, like she was bathing in the fire. Ashes rose from her body and left in the air, but little did they know, her body was captured, but her soul wasn't. Everybody saw the tragic fate of Blair. After some time, John's health got better, but the aging left a permanent mark. He left the job. The neighborhood went back to normal. After a few months, that house was rented again. A woman who lived alone, admired for her kind heart. The neighborhood thought the witch was gone, but if it's true, why do strange voices come from there?